Good morning, students of class 8. Welcome to history class. We are reading chapter 5, Coming of the Europeans, Foundation of Mughal Empire, its rise and fall. Our lesson for today is Crisis of the Mughal Empire in the 18th century and how this empire, this glorious empire, came to an end. Now, the last important ruler of Mughal Empire was Aurangzeb. He died in 1707, and within next 50 years what remained of Mughal Empire was its shadow only. The Mughal Empire lost its hold in this country and eventually it came to an end. Now, the historians investigating the causes of the fall of empire have pointed out that Mughal Empire was so beset with crisis during the 18th century that it was impossible for the empire to sustain itself. And definitely the first point would be the incompetent successor of Aurangzeb. That is, the rulers who came after Aurangzeb were not at all competent to rule such an empire. The successors of Humayun, Babur or Akbar, they were competent, but the successors of Jahangir, they were not at all competent to rule such a vast empire because they indulged themselves in spending luxurious life and they lacked the interest in administration. And to rule such a huge empire, one need to be interested in administration, but these rulers were not at all interested in it. The next important point would be War of Succession. The successors of Aurangzeb were weak and they became victims of different intrigues. And this absence of strong ruler, an efficient bureaucracy and a capable army had made the Mughal Empire weak. In a recent research, it is shown that the enthusiasm of some of the influential and capable persons in the Mughal courts in establishing regional kingdoms also brought about a crisis in the Mughal Empire. So the people who were there in the Mughal court, they took interest in forming regional kingdoms. By breaking up the huge empire, they wanted to form regional kingdoms. For instance, capable person like Nizamul Mulk, instead of strengthening the Mughal central authority, created a regional center of power. It was in this manner that a number of breakaway regional kingdoms came into existence. So you see, Mughal Empire, when it started in this land, this India, that point of time, were broken into small regional kingdoms. And after this glorious rule of almost 200 to 300 years, what happened? Again, India started to split up into regional kingdoms. And this was due to this internal intrigues or the problems that were created by the people who were there in the Mughal court. They took interest in this empire and they knew that they could not rule a huge empire. So what they did, they broken it into pieces. Now every time we talk about Mughal Empire, the adjectives that come in our expressions are vast, huge. So it signifies the size of the empire, and without any doubt we can say that Mughal Empire was a very huge empire, and it had become too large to be controlled by any ruler from one center at Delhi. Now see, those who were efficient rulers, they were ruling it, but as we have discussed that the people who came or the successors of Aurangzeb were not at all strong or efficient, and they indulged in this luxurious life. They were not at all interested in this administrative departments. So naturally the size of the empire was a huge problem for them. And as a result, what happened? The distant provinces became independent. The provinces that these great rulers like Humayun, Babur, or Akbar mainly, he brought into this one empire of Mughal dynasty. What happened? They started disintegrating. That is, they started to break themselves free from this rule of Mughal empire, and the rise of independent states led to the disintegration of Mughal empire. And when this huge empire is disintegrating or breaking, that naturally the power of that empire will also become less. Now, alongside this internal crisis, there were other serious developments in the northwest, outside the borders of Mughal Empire, that posed a threat to it. In fact, invasions of the tribals from Central Asia brought about a crisis in the Mughal Empire. Indeed, the invasion of some tribals from Central Asia brought about the crisis in the Mughal Empire. Now, in this connection, we must mention this invasion of Nadir Shah. In 1738, this Persian king Nadir Shah attacked Delhi and defeated Mughal king Muhammad Shah. He sacked Delhi, slaughtering thousands of people and looting all the wealth of Mughals, which included that famous Peacock Throne and Kohinoor diamond. Another important invasion was led by Ahmad Shah Abdali. Between 1748 and 1761, he launched 5 attacks into subcontinents. In the final attack, he defeated Marathas in the Battle of Panipat. Now, all this invasion, what happened after this? The wealth was carried by the invaders away from the country, ruined the empire economically. So, with all this invasion and internal intrigues, what was happening? The power of the Mughal empire was decreasing. And finally, the advent of East India Company. So, meanwhile, after the defeat of Nawab of Bengal in the Battle of Plassey in 1757, the English had become very powerful. In discussing about coming of Europeans, we discussed this advent of British or English East India Company, where we had seen how they came with an interest of business or trading, and they set up their rule in India for long 200 years. So, after this Battle of Plassey in 1757, this English had become very powerful. Again, the Battle of Boxer in 1765 further strengthened the English, and it may be said that the battle was one leap forward towards their gaining political power or control over India. In 1803, the English, dismissing all resistance, occupied Delhi. In this manner, the crisis of 18th century silently paved the way for British supremacy over India. So, this was the final reason why Mughal Empire was completely declined. Okay, so this was all the reasons for which Mughal Empire came to an end. So now it is your task to read this section from your book and see whether you are finding any difficulty to understand or not. If there is any problem, then you can mail at the given mail ID. Thank you.